Hey, what's the deal? Miss your boy Tag, Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? As of this recording, it is 9:31 a.m. January 3rd, 2026. I'm gonna say 2025. You know what I mean? And this is the first video of the day. This video is uploaded about between 12 and 1 o'clock. I was actually going to talk about one thing, but as you know, as I went back home to get some stuff to go back to Mama Tad's house, something else popped into my newsfeed that I'm going to talk about. But the first thing I want to bring up is Matt Cardona. So of course, as you guys know, Matt Cardona is officially back in WWE, but not as Zack Ryder. Not like what we seen of him from the John Cena last time is now tournament. No. There is no more Zack Ryder. It is now Matt Cardona, which now he got his wish and stuff. I would like to know exactly, what led to WWE deciding to make Matt Cardona or give Matt Cardona his full name. I don't know. It's very interesting. It's extremely interesting. Now, look, of course, we've seen some people on SmackDown last night that we know are going to be, part of the roster. Jordan Grace, I believe, is going to be on SmackDown because she teased a little feud with Jade Cargill, right? And I can sense her definitely, I can sense Jade being Jordan's first feud on SmackDown. And then Trick Williams, of course, he went after Sami Zayn and everything. So, yeah, so SmackDown was also good, too, last night. I mean, that match between, the ambulance match between Aleister Black and Damian Priest, it was a good fucking match. Yo, Selena Vega was looking fucking scrumptious, bro. God damn. It's funny. I was watching the match with Mama Tag, and I was like, "Oh no, Puerto Rican on Puerto Rican violence!" Like, no, our people divided. You know what I mean? But it was a good match. It was a real good match. But going back to Matt Cardona, I hope WWE, pushes Matt Cardona in a way now where he deserves. I think, because he has killed it on the Indies. You know what I'm saying? And he's done his thing. So I hope this is his year to shine. I hope WWE is smart enough to have a plan for Matt Cardona and such creatively. We'll see. Now, do I think Nick Nemeth comes back? I don't know. I do sense the same thing that happens to SmackDown is going to happen to Raw, too. And I got a funny feeling that, sometime on Raw on Monday, in my borough, we're probably going to see a specific, Le Champion make his return to the company, which leads to my next topic, right? Somebody is leaving the company out of nowhere. Tommaso Ciampa has reported from Bodyslam.net is reportedly letting his WWE contract expire, and he is looking to leave WWE. Now, I like Tommaso Ciampa. I think Tommaso Ciampa was great during the Black and Gold days. I think Triple H, during that time, was able to utilize Tommaso Ciampa in a way where, Tommaso Ciampa was, listen, you talk about fucking heel heat that Tommaso Ciampa had. During his Black and Gold days, like the motherfucker would come out to no music and just be booed. No music. You know what I'm saying? And he put on some great matches. He had some great matches with Gargano. He had some great matches with fucking hold on a minute. Why somebody's calling me? Yeah, sorry about that. He had some great matches. He had a great match with Braun Breaker. Before NXT Black and Gold, after Black and Gold jumped to what we see now. You know what I mean? He had great matches with fucking Gunther and such, but of course DIY was his bread and butter, right? And if you notice, I don't know, I think WWE is probably going to give a push to Gargano. I think WWE definitely has plans for Gargano because Johnny Gargano lost his match with Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown for the United States Championship. You know what I mean? And they teased another match. I forgot with who. I think with Axiom. I forgot. But, it seems like WWE, it's more focused on Johnny Gargano as opposed to Tommaso Ciampa. And I like Ciampa. I think Ciampa's fucking great. Ciampa's always been a great wrestler. I think to me, I think he's been one of the most underrated wrestlers that not only WWE had, but also like outside like in the independents and such. Like he is very underrated. Very underrated. People talk about, the Ospreys and the Omegas and such. Like Ciampa is, he's not a flippy guy, but he's a great fucking heel. Without a shadow of a doubt, the motherfucker is really, really good. You know what I mean? He's a really good fucking wrestler. And such great gimmick too. I mean, he has that badass gimmick and such. Again, I was there at the Barclays Center. I was at the Barclays Center when we had that match with Gargano at TakeOver. I forgot which TakeOver Brooklyn it was, but it was a good fucking match. It's a great fucking match. Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa's going to be fine. Ciampa, I believe, he will definitely get some interest. Will AEW pick him up? I would not be surprised if they pick him up. I honestly wouldn't be. I think, me personally, I don't think he should go to AEW because AEW, again, does not know how to push. They don't know how to book people. They don't. Just like in my video last night, what I said about Kobe Carino. He's not going to be, I mean, they're not going to put him in no fucking, in no Ring of Honor. So, no. They're not going to do that. But I just got this thing that, this hinge that they are not going to, book Tommaso Ciampa in a way where it's meaningful. If I'm Tommaso Ciampa, there is one promotion that I'm going to sign with, and that's MLW. I mean, could TNA be an option? Yeah, but, if you bring, what? I wouldn't be shocked if he goes back to TNA. I wouldn't be shocked. And the reason why I wouldn't be shocked is because, like Tommaso Ciampa did nothing wrong. But then again, if he signs with TNA, right, then it almost is like he's still with WWE because of the relationship. So what I'm assuming is, of course, he's going to do indies for sure. Now, I wouldn't be shocked if he goes to GCW or Deadlock Pro Wrestling or heck, like I said, MLW. I can't see him go to New Japan Pro Wrestling because if he goes to New Japan Pro Wrestling, then that means he basically would be going to AEW if that's the case, right? And again, I just don't see it happening. He will definitely do indies. I know he'll do House of Glory. He'll definitely do House of Glory for sure. I mean, he'll do House of Glory. He'll do fucking, let me see, what else? I mean, I can see him in Pro Wrestling Noah. I think the man definitely still wants to wrestle. No doubt about it. Wrestling is in his blood, for sure. But I personally think that he should sign with MLW. I think MLW should say, fuck it. Bring Ciampa in there. Because if Ciampa announced out of nowhere that he's leaving WWE, who else do we know is announcing that we leave WWE? Who else? You know what I mean? And again, they're trying to make room. They're trying, WWE is trying to make some room for some of these people because again, they're trying to call up people. Now, I mean, they're trying to call up people to the main roster, and I think it's only safe to say that there's going to be more people leaving WWE, but again, there's going to be more signings to WWE. Again, I don't know what happens with Ciampa. Ciampa's going to be fine. Ciampa definitely has name value. But I think WWE could have done a lot more with Ciampa. I think Triple H could have done a lot more with Ciampa. On the main roster with Gargano. Again, I hope Gargano is, I hope he's, I hope WWE has plans for him. Again, I do feel like WWE does have plans for Gargano, right? I don't know what those plans are. right? But, you know, from what we seen last night on SmackDown, it seemed like there is some plans for Gargano for sure. You know, and like I said, as for Ciampa, you know, he's going to kill it in the Indies. He'll be fine. He will definitely be fine. Anyway, guys, I'm about to be out. I will be making another video tonight. So, you know, I'm going to definitely find a topic. So I'm going to definitely holler at y'all. Peace.